good evening, good morning, good afternoon, and whenever, whatever you're watching this. I've been in the process. One of my videos I did like, whoa, let's see, had to be just a little while back. I made a male joint like this. And this one is professional made, but you can see my Maria in the behind that. Actually, it broke off and I tried to just seal it back in there. Anyway, that is to test to make sure of what you're doing is a good joint. The best way to test it is to put the two together and plug the holes and blow and make sure no air or anything is blowing through. Anyway, I bought purposefully some tubing. I believe it's either 10 or 12 mil heavy wall, somewhere in there. Um, Score off. You hear the score. You can see the scratch mark. I usually wet my thumb. I mean, yeah, lick my thumb, wet it to the spot. Score at 12 o'clock, thumbs at 6 o'clock, and press away. And you can make some nice clean shots there. Okay. Half the battle with making these joints. As you can see, it doesn't quite fit now, but it will by the time I finish. Okay, let's get that off so you can sort of see what's going on. Warm in and warm out, especially this heavy wall stuff. If you don't, you're going to stress it out, and stressing isn't a good thing. The next thing I do is I'll flare it out slightly. This is a graphite rod, and I'll do that. Wait a minute, let me make sure you guys can see what I'm doing. Okay, yeah, just the right distance and everything, okay? I usually flare it out. And I also want to show you another thing that I have that would help me flare it out just a little bit quicker. This is a little device I got about 20 years ago. I don't use it much. You can see it's a little on the rusty side, but still, bearings are really good, and it does the job. And what that does is, you could put the flame right, point the flame near it and do it like that, but I tend to try to keep the flame away from it, okay? As you can see, it's flared out a little bit. You quickly gauge. Okay, you can see that it's almost to where it needs to be right as is. You want it to go at least all the way down into that thing. Now you warm it up. Now you could do it without that fancy schmancy wheelie thingy there. Now again, that's all you want to do is get it to where it's snug in there. And you're spinning and pull it out. And then you can check it while it's hot. Nice tight. Yep. Warm it out. And you've got one female joint. And I'll show you here in just a second. That can go to, ooh, wait. That's when I nipped it or whatever. There's a little bit of a divot there. There's a way around that. Now to make sure that I didn't kill anything as I flared it. Okay. I should have had that ready to go so I could show it to you real quick. Sorry about the wind, people. Darn. When you want something that's never around. But you warm that out quite nicely. And I make them into blanks so that I can use them later. Some of them I keep on stems like this. And when I come up with, I've already done the one with the female joint, and I showed it with a stopper in it. Of course, when you want to show something off, I hate to edit, but it looks like I'm going to have to. But you warm that out for a little while. That way you're not stressing the glass, and then you can move on. This is the next step that I do. Okay, that's just stuck in there. You can get some to make sure it doesn't overstick or whatever. You can get some lathe tape and stuff like that that can go inside there. But this is the next step that I do. I'll blow that out in just a sec. But I take this, and then I'll blow that into a nice round, ready for a blank or whatever I want to do with it. Make it into a bottle, or make it into whatever. Yeah, I didn't have the hose handy. Then, tweezers. All right. So I got to do this the hard way. It will come out. I have faith that I didn't get that close to it. Now, if this happens to you, or it gets a little stuck, okay, well, it might help if I let that thing solidify a little bit. First, you rock it back and, well, of course, I didn't let it. There you go. There we go. Now, ready for this? Still not solidified quite. Now, to get that thing out of there, you wave it in, warm it out. Yeah. Oh! It will come off. You're not seeing this, but it's going to come off. Yay! You got to do it gently, Bentley. Yes, I've done a couple of them, solidified it in there, and got a little upset. But usually they come out quite nicely. I wanted you to see that to show you that yes, it can happen. well, I didn't really want to do it on camera, but I also wanted to show you that there is a solution. You warm it, it expands the glass just enough on the outside so that you can take and bring it out. But you've got to do it very, very gently. Otherwise, in other words, you're not trying to heat the glass to the point of it melting. You're trying to heat the glass so it just sort of expands. And as it expands, they come further apart. And all I did was just wiggle it back and forth gently, and it came apart. Sorry about the wind. It's the middle of summer. Thank you for watching, and that's my female joint, and I'll edit the other stuff in just a second. Okay, found them. These are the blanks that I did earlier. And again, they can make into a great, this one is made completely out of fumed glass and just make an interesting bottle and or other odds and ends that you're, and again, I'm sort of leaning towards doing water tobacco pipes and stuff like that, but I haven't quite dived into it yet. I'm knocking that, aren't I? Yeah, every time I hit my head on it. Anyway, and then I make, let's see if I can grab one of these. Excuse the wind, of course. Okay, one of each. Nope, I got the, I've got, this is the female, and of course it would go onto a tobacco pipe or whatever and go snug right on there. And then this is the male version that you would snug in. And that was just a simple one, but it gives you an idea. Okay? Okay, okay? Enjoy your day.